Just as long as we're all in agreement. Let's kill him properly this time.
You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me.
Avengers Endgame is still to this day one of the most emotional theater experiences ever had. Now, somehow 6 years later, this movie is getting undeserved hate. I'm not saying it's perfect, but let's be real. It's a brilliant wrap up to a 22 movie, decade long run. To truly appreciate Endgame, you have to understand that it was intentionally top tier fan service. And that's not a bad thing. For some reason, people act like fan service is a dirty word. Yet the same fans complain Wolverine didn't wear his yellow suit for 20 years. The whole point of Endgame was nostalgia. That's why after Thanos snapped, we were left with the original 2012 Avengers lineup. This movie wasn't about the new characters. It was about closing the book on the ones that started it all. You see, the heart of this franchise was always Iron Man and Captain America. Two alpha dogs with different ideologies who had to make it work. Robert Downey Jr. deserves all the credit in the world. 11 years of carrying this character, bringing Tony Stark to life, and giving us one of the best send-offs in cinematic history. Absolutely legendary. I love the nostalgic moments of going back in time. People nitpick at the time travel, but I got it. The whole point was to revisit our favorite MCU memories. Cap fighting himself.
I can do this all day.
Yeah, I know.
The elevator scene with that Hell Hydra twist. Even Nebula quietly stealing scenes. Her arc was brilliant. One of the moments where I knew it was serious in this movie was Clint and Natasha fighting each other to be the one to sacrifice themselves. I'd never seen anything like that before. And it just emphasized how dark the tone of this movie was willing to go. In Thor's reaction to Natasha not coming back, saying, "We're the Avengers, we can just bring her back, right?" Man, that crushed. Seeing Earth's mightiest heroes broken, dealing with loss and failure was amazing storytelling. But we have to get to the moment we're all here for, the moment that made us rise out of our seats, that made us cry, that made us tap the person next to us, that made us spill our popcorn, but we didn't care. The highlight of Endgame is the final battle. A younger Thanos against Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America, because Hulk was off doing some bull. Whatever. Let's stick to the script. When Cap finally proves he's worthy, lifting Thor's hammer, oh my God. The theater went absolutely insane. Lightning bolts, shield swings, one man standing against an army. So Captain America. Just freaking chills, man. Then comes the ultimate fan service moment. Doctor Strange's portals. Hearing Falcon whisper, "On your left." Seeing Chadwick Boseman's RIP, Black Panther lead an army through. Watching every hero return. Goosebumps. And finally, it all ends with Tony Stark saying the words that started this universe.
The truth is, I am Iron Man.
And you see, that's when the emotions hit the hardest. After Tony dies, the camera pans to Captain America's face. You see the sadness, but also the respect. If you think back to that argument in the first Avengers where Cap told Tony he'd never be the guy to lay down on the wire, never be the one to jump on the grenade, Tony proved him wrong. That was brilliant. Tony's argument with Cap. Everything special about you came out of a bottle. The fact that Cap was willing to fight to the death showed he was worthy. That was brilliant. Full circle storytelling. I vividly remember both times I saw this movie in theaters. The silence, the sniffles, the absolute weight of the scene of Tony's death.
Mr. Stark? Hey! Mr. Stark? Can you hear me? It's Peter. Hey. We won. Mr. Stark. We won, Mr. Stark.
Not one dry eye in the house. You could hear a pin drop. Now, the only reason Endgame doesn't crack my top 3, 2 things. As I hinted earlier, the Hulk. They absolutely ruined his character. He went from the savage in the first Avengers to this weird Professor Hulk who felt completely neutered. He was an absolute cuck in this movie. And second, that shoehorned girl power feminist scene that Marvel turned into after Endgame was forced and unnecessary, but that's not enough to say this isn't one of the top 5 best comic book movies of all time. Endgame wasn't just a movie. It was the payoff to a decade of storytelling. And no matter what the haters say, it's one of the greatest cinematic experiences of all time. And that's why it's number 4 on my list. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.